Hi guys, welcome back to Debbie J's Crafting Corner. Today is a little bit different. I decided that I wanted to do a story time. Now this first one is a story that I got on our Facebook group, Crafting with Debbie, from one of our members, Miss Gilliland, and I thought it was hilarious and I wanted to share it with you. So this is basically the story of how she was combating the envelope gremlins. And I will have a copy of this over on my blog too if you'd like to read it too. So it starts off, Debbie Jenkins, there is a fifth way in which to make an envelope for those cards a normal sized envelope does not fit. So last night I finished making my April card for you. Then I decided I would make an envelope because it was not only too chunky, but also too long for anything but a 5x7 envelope. I followed your directions on how to make a template from an existing envelope that was only a little too big. After much struggling, I finally had a template that would work. I set it aside for 1 second to clean up my workspace. When I turned around, I realized the envelope gremlins had stolen my template. Seriously, that was the only possible explanation as I searched everywhere, including rummaging around in my garbage. What to do now? I decided I would eat some dinner and come back to address my situation. The gremlins had not returned my template by the time I had finished eating, so I knew I needed to make a new template. I had realized during the process of making the first one that it was a lot like making my own clothing patterns, something I used to do. My maternal grandmother, born in 1888, attended a girls' finishing school in Brooklyn, New York, where she learned how to make dress patterns and make her own clothing. With 6 daughters growing up on a farm in Nebraska during the Depression, my grandma put the technique to good use. Of course, my mom learned how to do this as well and often would tell me to pick a dress out of a catalog. She would then make a pattern out of newspaper from which to make the dress. After I was grown, I figured if my mom and her mom could do it, so could I. Template try number 2 called on those basic pattern making skills, and by golly, I got the job done. I know it doesn't look as good as the ones you made, but I think it will do just fine. Now my question is this: what do I do with the first template if the gremlins decide to return it overnight? On my way to bed I stopped at the cutting board, which is not on my crafting table. Wouldn't you know it? I don't think I can honestly blame the gremlins any longer for taking the first template. Why, you might ask? Oh, only because it was right there next to my cutting board, as you can see in the pic below. I can turn around and completely forget what happened in 1 second before. So thank you so much, Gayla, for sharing that sweet story. We've all gone through that. We've all had the envelope gremlins or crafting gremlins steal something that was right there in front of us while we were trying to craft. You guys have seen that happen to me on a lot of my live streams. So I do want to say this. I do really appreciate Gayla for letting me share this. I just thought that was just such a sweet story. I wanted you guys to hear it too. Also, if you have a story you'd like for me to share on my channel and on my blog, please be sure to get in touch with me and tell me your story. You may get picked for the next version of Story Time. Thank you again for watching. You guys have a wonderful day, and remember, if I can make it, you can too. Talk to you later.